Hello and welcome to Club 5 episode 6 of the Pentagon Challenge on FM24. I'm Jamie and this is the transfer special. So before we go into making transfers for the new season, I'll show you the squad as it stands now, and that's coming up in just a moment. Okay, here is the squad as it stands now. Ignore the registration notices. The registration window hasn't opened yet. So here is the squad, and as you can see, two goalkeepers, Kanzian and Enzo Calderon. Just the one right back in Rasmus Carstensen. So that's clearly an area we need to strengthen. Centre back, we've got plenty. We've got Almeida, Torres, Koza and Andre. Would probably ideally like to upgrade Andre, but other than that, don't see any need for changes at centre back. Moving on to left back, we've just got the one, which is Roberto, and again could do with an upgrade, but he has got potential to get better, so I don't want to exclude him completely. Moving on to defensive midfield, we've only got one, and that is Claudemir. He isn't great and doesn't have any further expansion potential, so may look to move him on. We've got one right-sided midfielder in Wellington Gonçalves, so may look to train him to play further forward, but that's not a massive priority given that he's 30. I might just move him on. Moving on to central midfield, we've got Diego Fuba, Paulo Henrique, Damian Bobadilla, Rodrigo and Francisco in there. Three of them are lacking in current ability, so may look to move at least one of them on and upgrade there. On the right hand side of the attacking three, we've got Leandro and Enrique, who will fight it out for that position. Leandro slightly ahead of Enrique and also younger, so he's going to get most of the game time, certainly in Serie A, but probably not in the State Championship. Attacking midfield, we are well stocked there. We've got Max, who is comfortably the best in that position, backed up by Guilherme Toda and Rodriguinho. Moving on to the left-hand side of the front three, and we've got Diego Hadid, Gabriel and Kawa Santos, who can all play in there. Santos the weakest of the three, but also the youngest and the best potential. So he needs to get plenty of action, certainly in the state championships. And then up front is the area we need a big overhaul. The best striker at the club currently is Sergio, but he's 26, no further potential for expansion. Ryan Francisco's 28, and again 2.5 stars of ability and potential, so we probably look to move him on. Paulo Roberto is the one with the potential for growth. He's 22, 2.5 stars of ability, but 3.5 stars of potential. Likewise, Vendel is 21, 2.5 stars of ability, 3.5 stars of potential. So we'll look to develop both of those in the state championships. And Eliabe at 28 is another 2.5 star ability, 2.5 star potential striker. And so we'll more than likely look to move him on. So with the squad rounded up, I will go away, make some transfers, and I'll come back and check in with you in just a moment. Okay, well, as you can see, it is the 7th of February, and we've seen 2 players arrive and 7 players depart. So the 2 arrivals, first of all, Hector Fort from Flamengo for £17.5 million. As you can see, he's a 3.5 star right back. and is going to be first choice in that position. He can play further forward at wing back or even on the wing if we absolutely need him to, but he is by far the best right back at the club now, so delighted to get that 28-year-old through the door. And the other signing, Thomas Barbetta, for £7 million from Talleres, and he is a 4-star ability, 4-star potential 23-year-old striker. So again, delighted to get his signature. He will be our first choice star striker for the coming season. So I'll be back towards the end of pre-season to round up the squad, and I'll probably show you one of our games in the state championship as well. So I'll be back with that in just a moment. Okay, it's now the 7th of March. The transfer window closes today, and as you can see, we haven't made any further additions to the squad since the last update, but we have seen one more departure, which was Ronivaldo leaving to Figueirense on a free transfer. So transfer business now concluded. It is time to bring you the first and only match on today's episode, and it is going to be the Sao Paulo State quarter-final. Our opponents will be Ponte Preta, and the team for that one is coming up in just a moment. Okay, here is the team for our Brazilian Sao Paulo State Championship quarter-final match against Ponte Preta, and it is Kanzian in goal, back four of Hadic, Almeida, Torres and Fort. Max behind Diego Fuba and Paulo Henrique in midfield, Sergio on the left, Henrique on the right, and Barbetta up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, my assistant is stressing the importance of the match and says if they can pick up where they left off last time out, we've got a great chance today. I'm going to completely agree. I'm going to do it with no gesture, and let's get out there and win the match. So before that, a tunnel interview. You managed to get to the Sao Paulo State playoff final last year, only to fail to gain promotion. Does that failure serve as extra motivation? We have precisely what it takes to get there and win promotion through the playoffs. Rafael Kanzian has really caught the eye in goal. How important will he be? We certainly hope he can keep that form going. Does Rafael Kanzian have a chance here to earn more playing time? Yeah, absolutely. Let's get into the match and see if we can go through to the semi-final. So as always, first 10 minutes we'll just see how things play out, and then beyond that we will make any adjustments that we need to. And we have had a couple of shots, nothing highlight worthy yet. So I think a demand more after 10 minutes is probably sensible. And we do have a highlight now. Hadic plays it forward to Diego Fuba. His ball into Paulo Henrique, headed down to Barbetta, who's dropped deep. I don't really want him doing that, but it's kept possession. Fort into Fuba, and the shot is tipped away. Sergio to the byline, pulls it back for Diego Fuba, and the cross is put behind, and the highlight comes to an end. So hopefully that's a sign that we are up for this and looking to make an impression. Popo with the throw in. Rafael to Lopez. Vinicius to Carlos. And Marcus Vinicius on the left-hand side. Crosses it in. In fact, it's more of a shot. And Kanzian with the save. The highlight is continuing. He bowls it out for Almeida, who plays it to Hadic at left back, driving over the halfway line into Sergio. Barbetta feeds Henrique, and his shot is over the top. Should have done a lot better with that chance. Would have been ideal if it was the other way round with Barbetta on the end of it. Barbetta is playing well, but hasn't really had a chance to shine yet. So let's demand more again, because we do need to win this and go through to the two-legged semi-final. This one is one leg only, and it's coming up to the half-hour mark. We've got another highlight. Fort plays it to Max. Fort gets it back to Torres. Into Max again. Finds Almeida. To Torres. Up to and over the halfway line. Feeds it to the right wing. Enrique into Paulo Enrique. Enrique again to Max. Goes out to the left wing this time, and Hadich crossed in, and Barbetta this time is on the end of it, and inevitably it ends up in the back of the net, and it is Sao Paulo 1, Ponte Preta 0. So we have the breakthrough before the half-hour mark, and hopefully we can go on to dominate, and we can start to make one or two changes in the early part of the second half. Max, and that's given away. Hadich picks up the clearance though. Played back to Kanzian. Into the chest of Max. Back to the keeper. Goes low this time to Almeida, who plays it into Fuba. Around the corner for Sergio. Bursting into the box. And Sergio finds the back of the net. And it is Sao Paulo 2. Ponte Preta 0. We've scored twice in just 4 minutes. And surely now we should go on to dominate the game. We're on the attack again. Fuba back to Max. Into Paulo Enrique. Back to Torres. Paulo Enrique. Forward to Enrique. Fuba into Sergio. To the byline. Pulls it back for Diego Fuba. He finds the back of the net. And it's via a deflection. So it's an own goal. And it is Sao Paulo 3. Ponte Preta 0. So we have the clear blue water that we wanted between us and Ponte Preta before half-time. And we will therefore be able to make several changes. So let's get to half-time with that 3-0 lead intact. And then we can make those changes and come out for the second half. So coming into the closing moments of the first half, 2 added minutes have been signalled, and we've got one more highlight. Fort plays it into Max to Diego Fuba, and Sergio to the byline, pulls it back to Hadich, and they get it clear, but only as far as Max into the box. Max crosses it. And the header across is cleared. Sergio picks it up. Feeds Hadich. Max to Diego Fuba. Max again. Back to Torres. To Fort. Fort's cross is cleared. Torres wins the header. Fort into Paulo Enrique. Back to Almeida. Diego Fuba to Sergio. Clipped into Paulo Enrique, who finds the back of the net. I suspect he might be offside. It's going to be looked at by VAR. But it is onside, and it is 4-0 before the break. And there is the halftime whistle. So let's go in the dressing room. Give hearty congratulations to the boys for a brilliant 45 minutes. Very happy. Keep it going. And let's have a look at what changes we could possibly make to players who are beginning to tire. So I think we'll take Hector Fort off, although we haven't really got an alternative for a right back. So maybe not. And instead of that then, we will take off Paulo Enrique and bring on Francisco. We'll take off Diego Fuba and we'll bring on Leandro. And I think we'll take Barbetta off and bring on Paulo Roberto up front. So let's get into the second half. 2 more substitutions remaining. And hopefully we can go on and secure a comfortable win. Fort with the throw-in. Finds Francisco to Enrique. Crosses it deep. Headed away. Sergio picks up the loose ball. Plays it into Leandro. Back to Max. Feeds Francisco. And he misses the target. Highlight comes to an end. And I think my next substitution is probably going to be one of our wingers. Possibly Enrique. Possibly the other one. I don't know yet. Leandro's corner is headed over by Torres. And at the moment, I'm still going to wait and make a decision on that substitution. Enrique with the corner. Into the box. The downward header. And the save falls to Almeida. Enrique's cross. Paulo Roberto plays it to Max. Paulo Roberto shoots. And it's saved by Antonio for a corner. Enrique will take it and swing it in with his left foot. To the middle. Headed away. Leandro should and in fact doesn't keep it in. Loose touch and it goes out. And I'm going to wait to decide on the substitution because there's not an immediately obvious candidate at the moment. Fort to Max, into Roberto. Leandro out to Hadic on the left. Hadic crosses it in and Enrique's header is on target but straight at Pedro Antonio in the Ponte Preta goal. He clears it downfield. Marcus Vinicius has turned his man and Fort wins it back. Finds Max. Francisco to Leandro. We cross halfway. Leandro's still going. Paulo Roberto is offside, so Leandro doesn't use him and finds the back of the net and it's 5-0. So we are absolutely home and hosed in this quarter-final. And still don't know who the substitutions are going to be yet. Max with a free kick. Header down. And Fort is offside. So I am going to take Enrique off. And we'll bring on... Who will we bring on? I think we'll bring on Kawa Santos and swap the wingers over. Because I think the other one can play both sides. He can. So Sergio will move to the right, Santos to the left. And I'm going to take Diego Hadic off and bring on Roberto. And that will be my 5th and final change. 20 minutes to go. The game's won. We're absolutely home and hosed. And Ponte Preta haven't even had a shot yet. So they have posed no threat whatsoever. We're going through to the semi-final. And I think what I'm going to do is drop back to balanced and just try and see the game through. As we're out of substitutions anyway, let's not put any added strain on the boys. And in fact, with 10 minutes to go, we'll drop back to cautious and just absolutely lock it down. As you can see, complete domination of the match from start to finish. And it won't matter if they score. They're not going to mount a comeback. We're 5-0 up. We've got 4 minutes to go. And it has been a thoroughly comprehensive performance. Euler's ball forward is cleared. And they've got it back though. Euler again to Jean Carlos. And Caio Rafael to Marcus Vinicius. Fort wins it back, finds Torres. And we can build again. Torres holds it up, finds Max. Into Leandro, turns it round the corner for Roberto. Francisco into the area. Crosses for Paulo Roberto. He takes his season's tally to 9. And it is Sao Paulo 6, Ponte Preta 0. We're not even trying to attack now, and we've scored again. It's 6-0, and thorough domination of the match, absolutely confirmed. We've only got 2 minutes of added time. That is all but up now. And there is the full-time whistle. Sao Paulo 6, Ponte Preta 0. I'll be back in a moment to tell you what's coming up on the next episode. Okay, well, here is what's coming up on the next episode then, and I will bring you the away game in the Copa Libertadores Group B against Internacional, and the first leg of our Sao Paulo State semi-final against Corinthians. So if you've enjoyed that, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.